Hello students, myself Sooryaraj, Faculty of Physics. Today we are going to discuss about Newton's color disk. In the screen you can see a disk which consists of 7 different colors. What are the 7 different colors? Vibgyor, violet to red. There are 7 component colors called as violet, indigo, blue, etc. red. So you can see the 7 component colors here. Okay, this disk is technically called as Newton's color disk. Now I am going to say what is the importance of this color disk in our chapter. Yeah. Now the disk starts to rotate. You can see the rotation. Yeah, speed is increasing. When the speed is increased, now you can see that the speed is increased. When the speed is increased, the 7 component colors recombined and we obtain that is called as persistence of vision. Persistence of vision. When I see something, when I see a visual, it will retain, it will persist in my eye for 1/16 seconds. When I see this pen, it will retain, it will persist in my eye, in my brain for 1/16 seconds. Okay, so when you see these 7 component colors, when you see these 7 component colors, it will persist in your eye for 1/16 seconds. Each and every color will persist in your eye for 1/16 seconds. So you will obtain the combination. What is the combination? Yeah, white lights. So the physical phenomenon behind this Newton's color disk is nothing but a persistence of vision. What do you mean by persistence of vision? Yeah, when I observe a visual, it will retain, it will persist in my eye for 1/16 seconds. That phenomenon, that optical phenomenon is called as persistence of vision. The same persistence of vision can be also observed in film technology. Okay, so now we have finished the phenomenon dispersion. Now we are getting into scattering. Dispersion is one phenomenon related with optics or phenomenon in optics. Like that, scattering is another phenomenon. Now we are going to study what is scattering and how can we demonstrate scattering like that. Scattering is the partial and irregular reflection of light at atmospheric particles. Yeah, we know that light always travels in straight line. When light is traveling in straight line, when it incident on atmospheric particles, there are dust particles present in atmosphere. So when the light incident on dust particles or air molecules present in atmosphere, the light will get reflected. It is a partial reflection. So what do you mean by scattering? Scattering is an optical phenomenon in which light gets partially reflected and irregularly reflected. So partial and irregular reflection of light is technically called as scattering. Now we can see scattering. In your textbook there is an experiment to demonstrate the phenomenon scattering. So now we are going to discuss that observations. Okay, so here you can see a beaker, a screen and a torch. In that beaker we have to take some amount of water as shown in the figure. Some amount of water should be taken in that beaker. And now you can see from the figure, light is traveling through that beaker. Okay, so in this experiment, first of all, you have to add sodium thiosulfate. I am again repeating the word, sodium thiosulfate in this beaker, 2 grams per liter, at a rate 2 grams per liter. So we have to add some amount of sodium thiosulfate in that beaker at a rate 2 grams per liter. Then we have to add a drop of hydrochloric acid. That is the experimental setup here. So what is the experimental setup? You can see a beaker. In that beaker we have to add some water, and then we have to add some sodium thiosulfate at a rate of 2 grams per liter and a drop of hydrochloric acid. Then light is passed through that beaker. There are 3 different questions in your textbook. What are the questions? The first question, I am going to read the question as well as I will say the answer. When hydrochloric acid was added to the solution, which color did spread first in the solution? When the hydrochloric acid is added, which color did spread first? The answer is blue. Blue color will spread first. Then the second question, write down the color changes observed on the screen in order occurred. You are asked to write the color change, violet to indigo to blue to red, like that, Vibgyor. The order is Vibgyor. Violet to indigo, indigo to blue, like that. That is the answer for second question. And there is one more question. What was the final color? Definitely that is red. The final color should be red. Okay. So we have answered the 3 different questions. This is the experimental demonstration of scattering. Because we added sodium thiosulfate as well as hydrochloric acid. At that time, light is scattered in each and every directions. Okay, so in today's class we have discussed about Newton's color disk, persistence of vision, as well as scattering and its experimental demonstration. So, thank you. See you in the next class.